she says, Al, come upstairs. Elvis has fainted. Al runs upstairs, and he calls down real quick, calls me. He says, Joe, come up here. I need you right away. So I ran upstairs. I go into the bathroom, and I see Elvis on the floor. He fell off from the commode. His face was buried into the carpeting, and I bent down real quick, and I touched him, and rigor mortis had set in. And so I turned him over real quick. I pulled up his pajamas bottoms. I turned him over and laid down, and I heard a little breath of air come out of his lungs. So I thought maybe he was going to be okay, but I just didn't feel comfortable about it. Grabbed the phone real quick. There's a phone on the wall right next to the commode, and I called 911, and I said, we need an ambulance at Graceland. We should get somebody real quick. And then Al picked up the phone and tried to get Dr. Nick while I was trying to. Now, there's a story that says I gave Elvis mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. I did not give Elvis mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. No, you couldn't. His mouth was closed shut, and there's no way I could open his mouth. But I did try to massage on his heart.
A man who was there that day. Joe, let's start by describing, to the extent you feel comfortable, those last days at Graceland in 1977. What was Elvis's physical condition?
Well, at the time we were getting ready to do a tour, as you know, up in Portland, Maine. And physically and mentally, he was in, very good attitude, and he was looking forward to the tour. And it's a very unfortunate thing that happened that next day after I got in town, that Elvis passed away, and Elvis Geraldo is not.
Elvis, Heraldo. What?
Not with us, believe me, I know, because I try to revive him.
I want you to give us a blow-by-blow, Joe, of those last moments of Elvis Presley's life. Who told you, for instance, that Elvis was in trouble?
Well, it was about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We were getting ready to get dressed and packed for the tour, and I get a phone call from, I didn't get a phone call. Al Strada was in the kitchen at Graceland. The phone rings, and it was Ginger Alls, Elvis's girlfriend at the time, called and said, Al, I think Elvis has fainted in the bathroom. Al went upstairs, and he called me from up there and said, I need some help. Would you come upstairs? I ran upstairs, and then I realized that Elvis was in trouble, and I called the fire department and the doctor, and I tried to revive him, waiting for the fire department to show up.
What'd you try, mouth-to-mouth or
mouth-to-mouth.
Other kinds of CPR techniques?
Mouth-to-mouth, yeah.
Other kinds of CPR techniques? Mouth-to-mouth, yeah.